Nathan. I live in East Tennessee, and I've been backpacking and camping my entire life, and I love it since the day I started. So I kind of want to share some of the gear I've experienced over my life, kind of share how it works and what its uses are. When I get into camp, I usually like to set up my shelter first so I know it's done. If it's a sunny day, I like to use a hammock. It's nice and breezy, keeps me cool. If it's going to be a little bit of rainy, I might use a single wall shelter. It's lightweight, very small, but it's still effective. Sometimes bigger, but warmer, is a screen tent. Keeps you cool in the summer, but it's great. But you never know. It could be cold, it could be snowy, it could be rain. How about a four-season? Little big, though. So, next, after I get my shelter set up, I'll put my sleeping bag in it. My dad told me when he was little, he used one like this in backpacking. I shudder at that thought. But the question is, down, synthetic, which should you use? I can't ever decide on the debate, so I got both. So, under my sleeping bag, I use a sleeping pad. Keeps you warm, off the ground, insulated, and it's comfy. So, you never know though. The weather could take a turn for the worse. And I always like to make sure my tent partner knows how to play go fish, because sometimes it can get mighty boring. Next, layering. Base layer, medium layer, you want to keep warm, but if it gets too warm, you can shed one off. Next, our evil discussion. Cotton. You never know. If it gets wet, you're going to stay wet and you're going to get cold. I try and stay away from it. Furthermore, rain gear. Keep you dry. Top and bottom. Keep your legs dry, keep your top dry. Always good to stay dry. After I get all my camp situated, I like to start a fire. One, it's good for the mind. It helps you know that you got something going on. Or you can cook on it. Multiple ways to start it. You got flint and steel, you got matches, and you can even bring pre-soaked wood from home with gasoline. Keep you warm. Easier to start. Once you got this fire going, you might want to start cooking. And sometimes, bring a Dutch oven. And it's good to cook, but it's kind of heavy. Last year, I took it to the Boundary Waters, and it was fun to canoe with, but it really kind of stunk with new portage. But it was worth it for the apple cobbler every night. So, when I'm backpacking, I take a bake packer. Same idea, but a lot less weight. So when I store my food, I sometimes use a bear canister, because I was traveling in Ansel Adams Wilderness, and a bear came up, sniffed it, walked along. Guess he knew it wasn't a toy. So, once you do cook your food, and it's nice and warm and toasty, I like to eat it quick. You can use a mess kit, usually comes all in one piece, or a bowl. Personally, your oatmeal doesn't care what it's getting beaten out of. But, I like to eat with a fork, because no matter what, you got a spoon, you got a fork, you got a knife. It's all in one. But, careful, some are metal, and if you're aware, it's just going to get stuck to your skin. That's no fun. So, some people, another debate. Iodine, water filter. Personally, I say the water filter beats all. While other people say tomato, tomato. Disagree right there. So, sometimes you're in a survival situation. You gotta have the first aid kit. You never know when you can get hurt. And emergency blanket keeps you warm in rain if you don't have anything else to do. Another thing, rope can be used to lash, make a shelter, or to cook over. And you can make a clothesline if you do get wet. Well, as you can see here too, it's getting kind of dark and you need some light. Well, this might be a little bit big for backpacking, but it does the job. So, how about a small lantern or a headlamp? Goes on your noggin, you can see wherever you want. And another essential are knives. Maybe not a Bowie knife, you might not need it that much, but it does make you feel a little empowering. So, I usually use a pocket knife or a multi-tool. And one of the final things on our list is the toilet paper. Everyone needs it, but you gotta keep it dry. It's a dirty job. As I know as an Eagle Scout, I've learned that the compass is everything. If you get lost, it's very useful, but other than GPS, the batteries won't die on you. Finally, duct tape. I don't leave home without it, and as you can see, my special pack here, I might never need all of this stuff at once, but I can fit it in one pack, and as it's getting dark, I gotta go. Maybe I can tell you more once you make me an official gear tester.